felt like coming after last year, we needed more energy as a whole unit, and I feel like I could be one of them high-energy guys that just drives the offense and drives the team to be great.
Being a freshman and noticing that you guys needed more energy, where did that come from? Have you always been a leader? I guess people are starting to talk about you as one of the leaders in the room, and you've been here maybe just a year.
Yep.
You're already getting considered in that regard?
Yeah, being a leader, it was just instilled in me since I was young. When I was young, I wasn't really a talker, but I grew into that role as I got older and more comfortable. And then after the Team Up North game last year, just watching the film, like I was disgusted with like just the whole game. Not really like certain plays, but it was just like I feel like I could do a lot when I get on the field and have to bring more intensity to how we're playing and stuff like that.
Brandon, was it hard then to not do as much in the spring?
Yes, it was very frustrating. I tried to play, I tried to go, but they said it's better off to just sit me down and then get ready for the season.
Hartline said that even though you didn't play, like the spring and summer were big for you.
Yeah.
From a leadership standpoint, from a getting on the field standpoint, what was the focus for you this offseason, even though you couldn't get on the field as much as you wanted to?
The focus was to get my body right, first of all, just get back healthy, and then just to be a leader and then help everybody around me, help JJ, he's young, he's still getting there, help Mylan, and just be a leader with the whole offense and defense as well, and just bring energy to the team.
Has the trash talk intensified in fall camp?
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and ITB probably have went at it every day so far in fall camp. Yeah.
What's your main way to try and get under his skin?
Probably my main way to get under his skin is just say some things I can't say right here. But, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You grew up in an area that's known for trash talk on the field.
Yeah.
Does this even exceed that? Because it seems like these corners are I don't know, the mouthiest corners Ohio State's had in a long time.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what Coach Walt has told me. Also, he's told me. I mean, he hasn't seen no guy come through here this mouthy, like you said. So I feel like that's a good thing to have, though. That competitive edge that they have is amazing. It helps us be great as well.
Brandon, are there opportunities for you and Mac to get involved a little bit, get handed the football maybe? Feels like maybe going back to spring, we saw different opportunities for you two.
Yep, there will be a lot of great opportunities for us, for everybody to get the ball and get touches, handoffs, whatever we have to do just to win games and win them all.
Brandon, you came in here last summer. What advice have you given Mylan this season trying to get into the rotation?
I just told him he has to, the playbook's the first thing. The playbook's the hardest thing. Just stay in your playbook. He's doing very good right now. All the progression he's made since he first got here, he's increasing every day. His daily habits are just getting better and better.
What kind of stands out about what you see as a receiver? Is it the change of direction?
I would say his route running. His route running is very good for a young guy, and I like his releases a lot. And yesterday he had a very good route, actually, that I was pretty surprised by.
Brandon, a year ago, you'd been here a couple months at this point.
Yeah.
What was that transition like for you? Trying to, like you said, from catching up on the playbook, but also knowing you have certain expectations of yourself.
It was tough at first, coming here in the summer. In the spring, I was around, but I couldn't actually play, so I was still trying to get into the playbook and stuff like that. But it was tough just actually playing on the field. And everything, when we were young, everything moved so fast, so you try to just slow it down, and just you'll get it. And that's what I felt as I got older.
How different does it feel now for you?
It feels amazing. Now it's like secondhand. I know the plays in and out. I know every position. Whatever the coaches want to ask me to do, whether it's running back, out wide, in the slide, whatever I have to do, I'll do it.
Brandon, you said, last year maybe you felt at times there wasn't enough energy or intensity.
Yeah.
When you're a freshman and you're still trying to figure out your role, do you almost have to hold back on your opinions sometimes? And what's that like as you try to balance that?
Yeah, there's definitely a balancing thing you have to work on there because you're young, and then there's older guys that sometimes, not really last year, but there's older guys on teams that would just be like, oh, he's young, let's not listen to him. But you have to gain your trust of your teammates first, and that's what I say as the season went on, that's what I did, and started to say little things here and there, but I wasn't as vocal as I am this year.
You feel like you have a pretty strong voice?
Yes. Yes, sir.
When you talk about the energy you can bring, is that mostly talking between plays? How would you describe the energy to people?
It's vocal, but it's also actions because they have to see what you're doing to follow you. You have to make plays. You have to do things like that. You have to make big blocks. The big blocks, they fires up the other team. It encourages them to block as well.
Brandon, you didn't get the chance to do a lot of that. in the spring, especially this offseason. So how do you gain that trust, gain the respect of people when you're not necessarily on the field?
I mean, I think it's just in the weight room. How they know how hard I work. I mean, we have this little effort grade score, and I feel like I was always pretty high on there. And they see it day in and day out.
What sets Denzel Burke apart as a cornerback? Where is he unique or elite? How would you describe it?
Denzel has probably the best technique of a corner that I've seen. That I've went against actually. He's very patient, and his technique is crazy, and his drive on the ball is probably the best in the world.
Yeah. So when you're going against a guy like that, what do you have to keep in mind? I mean, you may have gotten a good breakout, but he had a pick the other day. He just outran the guy to the ball. And, you know what I'm talking about.
When you're going against him, you have to think, all right, if you have something in a mediocre route, a medium range route, you have to think he's going to drive on it. So you have to beat him back to the spot. He doesn't. I mean, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. He's going to break on the ball very fast. You have to beat him back to the spot.
And then Davison, what sets him apart? He seems very physical.
Oh, physical.
I mean,
Physical. I go at it with him every single day. I think what sets him apart is his mentality, and his mentality separates him from the rest of the DBs in the nation.
Is he a better trash talker than Jermaine? Or is Jermaine
Oh yeah, IGB's definitely a better.
What makes him better?
I mean, I'm just thinking the intensity of how he trash talks. I would say, I mean, coming from a guy from South Florida that we hear all the time, he could definitely be from South Florida if you didn't know where he was from.
What have you seen from Aaron Scott?
Aaron Scott, he's a very young. He's a good cornerback he's very young, but I feel like every day you see him getting better and better. He had a couple good plays the other day actually. I was surprised by, and I mean he's very technically sound, and I just feel like he'll be very good one day.
I think he talked a lot of trash in high school. Is he doing that now, or is he waiting?
He might be waiting a little bit. He sees IGB and Jermaine and Denzel talking, so he's like, all right, when he gets his time, then he'll probably come around with the trash talk.
What have you seen from Will in fall camp versus like spring? Coach Day was saying he looks more comfortable now than he did a few months ago.
1,000%. I would definitely say he looks way more comfortable. I feel like he's taking great leadership of the huddle and the offense, and guys have came to me and told me, how do I feel about like him? And I've told them, I feel like he's the leader. Everybody listens to him when he's in the huddle, and he's the commander. And then a lot of the quarterbacks have been doing very good, but he's been on a different level right now.
Does it show up after the huddle as well?
Oh yeah, he makes plays every single day that you're just surprised by, and it's just like, there's another play. There it is again.
Brandon, I know everybody likes like new shiny toys, right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah's the guy everyone wants to talk about, but what has Emeka Egbuka meant to you as a receiver who's been going through injury, all the stuff that just mental adjustments coming from high school to here? What does it mean to your room as the leader in that room? Do you feel like he's not maybe given enough credit for what he's doing?
Yeah, Mac definitely deserves a lot more credit for what he does. I mean, coming in here, he was like my mentor, so I was always following him, whatever he did and stuff like that, just trying to learn little bits of what he gave me, his knowledge. And even this year, he had an injury, I had an injury, same lower body injury, and we're just kind of, he's telling me the good things to do and what not to do and stuff like that, how to get better and stuff like that. But I feel like he's helped me tremendously in my game.
Bryson says that Emeka's his mentor. You say he was your mentor. JJ says he's his mentor.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha right now. He's at this will be his 4th year, so I feel like he's going to be very, very good this year.
Brandon, what are the biggest ways just things feel different for you now that you have a year under your belt than they did this time a year ago?
Say that one more time, please.
What are the biggest ways that things feel different for you now than they did 1 year ago when you first got here?
I would say my confidence. I would say I'm much more confident out there. I feel like just because of I know the plays a lot better now, and I'm playing faster, a lot more smooth in and out, my breaks and stuff like that. And I just feel like my confidence is what's taking me to a different level right now.
I know you've gotten a lot of reps at punt returner. What kind of asset do you feel like you can be if you end up getting that role this year?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna score a touchdown. I got to. They was just saying it hasn't been a punt return touchdown. Met got called one back actually, but 2016 or 2018, something like that.
14's been a long time.
14, 24. Wow, 10 years. Yeah, I'm gonna get one this year.
Thanks, Brandon.
You mentioned the corners real quick.
What kind of challenge is that for you guys? You got different bodies. You got a long corner in ITB. You've got Denzel. You mentioned breaking on the ball. What kind of challenge is that for you guys, and what kind of challenge do you think that's going to be for opposing offenses? Just having that diversification of talent.
I mean, like you said, they're all different, and a guy that doesn't get enough credit is Jordan Hancock. I mean, he's probably the best nickel corner in the nation. I mean, he's very, very good at what he does. I mean, I see him day in and day out. I'm in the slot. He's in the slot. We battle every day. He was on me today. I was on him. We were jawing back and forth, but it's always good.
Are you mostly doing stuff in the
Two more
slot,
questions
or are
for
you
Bryson.
doing anything else?
Wait, say that again.
Are you mostly
Brandon, my bad.
Are you mostly getting slot reps, or?
Oh yeah, I'm mostly getting slot reps right now with outside and a little bit in the backfield. I'm all over the place right now.
What's it like being? Did you do any backfield stuff last year?
Yeah, towards bowl prep, I did a lot more backfield stuff.
What's it like lining up there? Just like.
I mean, I played running back. That was actually my second position in my life, so it still comes natural, you know, just getting handoffs and stuff like that, reading the holes. But yeah, it feels good to be back there.
How would you feel if Ohio State came to you and said, "We need you to play running back for a game"?
I'll do it. Whatever it has to do to get the team the W, I'll do it. I don't care what it is.
Brandon, thank you very much.